Chairman, Field Marshal.
Thursday's budget defense in the House of Representatives begins with the security sector. The Chief of Defense Staff, during the budget defense of the Defense Headquarters, reiterates the call for separate funding for the armed forces to tackle growing security concerns in the country.
I have often emphasized the constraint in funding the armed forces from budgetary allocation alone, and I've made several cases for alternative funding options for the armed forces of Nigeria to be explored.
Midway into the budget defense session, the Speaker of the House of Representatives makes an appearance and speaks on the need to encourage local manufacturers of military hardware.
The issue of local content must spread even to the security matters. And we have men and women who are capable. So there's so many of them. We just need to encourage them and to fund them.
Meanwhile, the Chief of Army Staff also appears before the Committee on Army, where he laments that only 40% of the capital budget has been released.
I therefore want to passionately appeal to this committee to take a second look at this by impressing on the Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning to release the remaining funds as appropriated in the year 2019 Capital Appropriation Act.
The Minister of Justice also defends his budget before the House Committee on Justice.
May I respectfully and humbly request you to reflect afresh and jack up the funding of our legal services to between the neighborhood of 10 to 15 billion annually.
For a second time, the Minister of Youth and Sports appears for his budget defense before members of the House of Representatives, this time for the sports sector.
I was very interested in what I read in the papers where you actually did say Tokyo 2020 is not going to be a training exercise. And we actually appreciate that, because if you said that, that means you actually are passionate about the sport and you want us to actually go to Tokyo and win medals.
We're lucky that we're starting earlier than previous Olympics. But also what we've done is try to work out some projects and initiatives to bring private money and private funding into our preparations for the Olympic.
The Committee on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness also receives the National Emergency Management Agency. The lawmakers voiced their displeasure over the figures presented in the 2019 budget performance of the agency. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.